Day 3 of working on this cursed evil penguin. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired of him. I'm gonna stuff him today and connect the legs. And also with the belly, I sewed it on last night, but then the thread was black and I really hated how it was looking. So I'm either gonna make the thread white, so I'll have to rethread the sewing machine, which I hate doing, or I'll hand sew it, which I'm not good at hand sewing either. Also, I don't like the shape of it. I feel like it's too small. But I think maybe I should stitch the sides, stuff him, and then see if the belly patch is good. Because I don't know how he's gonna look stuffed. I hope he's gonna look good, but I'm not sure. I just want to stuff him already. And then obviously the feet. I'm kind of proud of the feet. Okay, they're a little rough around the edges. I think the feet are my favorite part. Look at that. I don't know why this part is so pointy. I think the feet are gonna be like this. So one of them is gonna be the right foot. Or should it be like this? I don't know. I don't know. The feet are the only part that is done. And one foot is bigger than the other. But whatever. Also, the eyes took so long yesterday. And from like different angles, the eyes will droop. I kind of don't mind. I feel like it's quirky turkey thing about him. Especially this. And they make like sounds. I don't know if they're super secure, but they were really hard to sew. So I don't know. We're close to the end, I hope. I'm gonna take this off and try to rework it. Because I don't know what I'm doing right now with the belly flap. I think it looks proportionally fine. And we're gonna tackle the arms today. Okay, I have a lot to do today, so let's just dive right in, I guess. And I just hand sewed the patch onto the front panel, and I'm using the yarn needle to loosen up the threads because I sometimes pulled them too tight, in case you were wondering what I was doing. Alrighty, I attached the tummy, and I think I'm gonna do the arms really quick before I finish stitching like the legs in. I really like how the belly patch looks. There's like a little bit of, you can see a little bit of pink, which is adorable, you know what I mean? As for the arms, I don't know what to do. I have a few photos here. I guess it's just like a little banana shape. So I guess I'm gonna do that now. It shouldn't be so hard. I think I'm gonna cut out the shapes. Sew it. And then force the foam in. I used my sewing machine on the highest setting for the first time, and it was spooky, and it was really shaking my whole desk. The stitches were too tight, so it was getting like pulled from the middle, but it didn't matter once it was in the arm. I made the arms. I think the arms came out a little skinnier than I would have hoped, but I do like them, so I don't want to scrap them. We have Mr. Feathers here. Also, don't look at the mess. Don't look at that. No looking allowed. Okay, this is a better angle, but guys, I haphazardly stuffed him, and he is looking scrawny. He looked really good flat, but then I stuffed him, and he looks like this, so we have to fix that. I'm thinking of sewing darts on the side, maybe, to give him a little bit of volume down where he's missing it. Or is that pleats? No, I don't think dart's the right word. How do I make it bigger? I haven't been formally trained. Okay, I literally just started last month, so don't come at me. Should I just sew in a square? Oh, a square that tapers at the end, like an arrow. That way it like spreads out and then goes all the way down. Genius, I think. I hope. I attached the arms and I'm gonna sew it up until the leg holes. I pinned the needles on the wrong side and I don't want to unpin it. So the vibes are not vibing right now. This is a horrible angle. I finally attached the arms and I kind of hated how it looked. You can see it in my face, but I didn't want to give up until I put the feet on to see the full vision. Also, my sewing machine was struggling here. I didn't know how to use it with like a really bulky item, I guess. Sorry for the weird angles, okay? But now, moment of truth, we're gonna flip him inside out. I have everything stitched. I think there's a few holes here and there because I didn't measure everything like precisely. But there is a hole, so let's try to get him right side out and pray for me. I hope I don't mess anything up because I don't know if I can take it at this point. I don't know. Okay. Legs came out easier than I thought, honestly. Great. Oh shoot. This leg didn't connect, but I think I can just stitch it. It's not the end of the world. Should I stuff his nose right now? Because I feel like it'll be easier to stuff the nose. Just so his nose doesn't lose any stuffing, I'm just gonna stitch. This is so hard to show. I stuffed his nose or his beak. I'm gonna embroider like just like a line going through it to hold some of the stuffing in place. Because I would like it's gonna be hard to do it later. I don't know. I'm not an expert. That's what I saw from my Yoshi project. If you don't know, I made my boyfriend a big Yoshi plushie once upon a time. I will not show you how bad it was, but I literally hand sewed it and my boy was humongous. I thought I was better at hand stitching, but that really just taught me that I'm really not that good. Yeah, my boyfriend still keeps him. I've told him a few times to just throw it out because I hate looking at it. He's so big and obnoxious. He's not cute, but whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna turn the head out now. And then we'll see the final product. Okay. Moment of truth. I'm gonna put my needle in here. Is it giving? I still need to stuff him. What am I how did I forget to stuff him? Should I stitch the leg and the arms or should I stuff him? I think I should see if there's any holes and stitch them before I stuff him because I feel like stuffing is a little bit rough. Okay, I'm gonna hand sew a few holes that I see. Like in the leg here. This leg didn't want to attach. I don't know what happened here. I don't want to know. Sorry for this horrible angle too. And I need to close up the seams here a little bit. You can see the foam. And then especially over here. So I'm gonna do some stitches like that and then I'll stuff him. That's what he looks like so far. Not horrible. I just hope he looks good when he's stuffed. Don't disappoint me. Answer me. Answer me. Where's the diamond? Anyways, I'm gonna stop assaulting him and stuff him instead. See ya. I'm a beginner. Oh my god, the foam was so annoying to work with. It literally got on the plushie, it got on my pants, it got on my chair. It was just so much and it was everywhere. He's finally stuffed and I had to make him dance a few times because the arms were just so fun to play with. I was trying to make him do the chicken dance here and as you can tell, I didn't know what I was doing. I forgot how to do the chicken dance, which is a shame, honestly. This is what I have so far. I'm not sure I like it. First of all, the arms. Why are they... You know? I mean, I wasn't really expecting it to be perfect. But I feel like it's worse than I expected. It's not even focused on me. Guys, I'm losing my mind. I kind of want to just start over. I'm gonna go to sleep. And hopefully, tomorrow... my brain will make more sense and I will make better decisions, hopefully, because I just want to start over again. I kind of hate it. I think it's so ugly. What day are we on? I think day 4. So this is what we have now. I don't think he's horrible. I I think from my first attempt. Well, this is my first attempt. Technically, this was my first attempt. So he's my second attempt. But he's like a fuller plushie than this guy. I just abandoned him. Like, I think he's cute, but I just feel so shitty giving my boyfriend like a crappy gift. You know what I mean? Like, I feel embarrassed giving it to him. So I'm gonna make a new one today, okay? And I'm going through all the steps again really fast, hopefully clearly this time. So if this part might be more helpful than what I was doing in the beginning of the video, because I was just confused. So I'm gonna cut out all the pieces, assemble them like in order, like how you're supposed to, you know what I mean? How God intended, instead of whatever I was doing. And I have enough fabric and everything. Dang. I am gonna miss him though, because making him dance was so fun in his head. Up close, he is rough looking, and it just looks like a penguin, like a very girly penguin, like da 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 da. Anyways, I don't know. He looks like he would just slap people. Yes, slap. And I don't know. Like, I think it's cute, but it's not Feathers McGraw. It's trying to be Feathers, but it's not really Feathers, and I would just be embarrassed giving this to my boyfriend if I'm being honest, okay? So yeah, I'm kind of sad. It's like I'm killing him in a sense, but worse things are happening in the world, so I shouldn't stress out about it too much. I'm gonna trace out everything on paper, cut out the fabric, sew it together, and I want to do a lot of other different design things that I think will make him look a little better. I found a few things that I think might be helpful for me. I think for the back panel of the head, I'm gonna cut it just under the face, and I'm gonna attach the arms to the panel. I'll insert like a photo that I saw, and then I'm also gonna stitch the eyes when they're not super difficult, like before I attach the back panel to the front panel. And also for the back panel, I'm gonna turn it into 2 panels, that way he has more of a behind, because right now it's giving flat, you know what I mean? And according to my reference photos, he has a dump truck in the back, so we gotta fix that. And I think everything else proportion wise, I don't really mind the proportions. Like, I think it's a cute plushie size, but I just think he's giving a little flat. I really like the feet, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, man, the feet, I really like them, but obviously they're not perfect. And also for the belly shape, I think we could have moved it down a little bit, because I guess this was like a rough draft, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. He's not real. He's not real. Anyways, my cutting mat is getting cut marks on it. I know that's what they're for, but it was so pretty. But whatever, I want a pink one anyway, so I might as well just use it, you know? I'm gonna make the patterns. Let me get in frame. I'm gonna make the patterns for like how I did for the foot that worked for me, because I think of this as the fabric and then I cut the fabric, because we are dwindling down on the fabric a little bit, so I gotta be mindful, okay? I'm using the plushie as a reference, outlined it, and then I marked every inch. And then I also did the same thing to an online reference to make sure they were like the same size, I guess. And then when I was putting on the features such as the eyes and the beak and the belly patch, I cross-checked it with a reference photo just to make sure everything was proportional. I don't know if this counts as math. Maybe I did some math. Look at me, I've come such a far way since the beginning of this whole journey when I was just tracing the outline on my monitor. I was struggling a bit with the back panel. This was my first attempt. It looked horrible. I didn't know how to make it curve, but after a few tries, I think I got it to a point where I was like satisfied with it. Alrighty, I'm finally done with the paper cutout section. This took so long, but I just wanted to mess around and tweak the cuts before I cut it out of fabric. So hopefully the end product can look cleaner. And yeah, it took a long time, okay, but I have everything. The little arms, how to flap the arms in. If you guys want, I can probably scan these cutouts, put them online in case you want to make Feathers McGraw yourself. I'm sure you can scale it down. But yeah, we have the little leggies here. Super bummed that I have to remake the feet, okay? The feet were perfect on the OG. On Mr. OG right here, but it's okay, it's okay. We'll live. But I have everything cut out, so hopefully the rest will be smooth sailing. I also sketched out the hat. I think the hat won't be so hard. I don't know why, because it's just a hat. I don't think it'll be that hard. So I just sketched it out. I didn't cut it out because I didn't know if it would fit on top. But yeah, we have the hat. And yeah, I'm gonna cut out the fabric now and then sew. This is actually, I feel like it's so much faster. I mean, I did take a long time cutting everything out, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. I hope it's smooth sailing from here. So pray for me in advance. Thank you very much. Okay, bye. I feel so bad taking the pins out, but I have to, unfortunately. Also, my first time using a steam gauge. I have no idea how to use this thing. How do I use it? Sorry, I'm so close to the camera, but time to start sewing. Pray for me in advance. Thank you. I put batting between this so it's softer. Also, this white fabric is transparent, so I had to double line it and then put batting between it. So yeah. And I cut it on one side to flip it around, but since the fabric was transparent, you can see the cut mark, which is super annoying. It still looks cute though. I really like the edges, how they're really clean. But yeah, other than that, everything else was just super easy, straightforward. I was just sewing the pieces together. And honestly, today just consisted of a lot of sewing. I sewed and I sewed, and you guessed it, I sewed some more. And then honestly, it was getting really late at night, so I just called it a day. I just had to go to sleep at that point. I was super tired.
One nap later.
And then we're off to the next day. The next day, honestly, nothing much happened. It was just a bunch of sewing, okay? I was just sewing and sewing until I was done with the back panel and the front panel. And look at how good the back panel looks. All that was left to do was the feet. And I was looking at the old plushie and I was like, dang, these feet look so nice. And that's where things started to get a little spooky. I was filming on my camera, which is kind of heavy, so these clips are super shaky and the lighting is super bad, so it just looks like straight out of a horror movie about a psycho butcher who cuts apart plushies. It's so unsettling and I just thought it was so funny. So enjoy this creepy segment, I guess. I just really like those feet, okay? I just didn't want to make more. Actually, I remade the feet and they just didn't look as good. So I just had to use the old feet, okay? Look at my collection of feet. Honestly, I don't know what it is. Even my sewing machine in this lighting looks a little ominous. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Back to the sewing video. see my poor sewing machine over here struggling because the whole plushie together, I was attaching the panels together with the feet and the arms inside the plushie. It was really hard to go through my sewing machine, I guess. I don't know, it was like too bulky. But then he was finally done. He was finally done. Okay, it took so long. It took so long. So much time I'm never gonna get back. And then it was time to stuff him, and I decided to sacrifice a plushie. And then the psycho butcher strikes again. Okay, I had to rip apart this plushie that I honestly didn't like that much to use some of the stuffing, because I wanted to use good stuffing because I feel like that makes an impact on the plushie. I learned the hard way. But then Feathers was done. As you can see, his legs are off center. It is the last day. I'm praying to God that it's the last day. We just gotta make accessories for him. And I already have the pieces cut out. So this is gonna be his little hat. And then I am also gonna make the seal. And then also, full disclosure, I already gave this to my boyfriend because it's past Valentine's Day now. They love that for me. I did wrap like a little ribbon around his neck, so it was like a gift. But we still need to finish his accessories. I asked my boyfriend on what he preferred because I was actually gonna make the nun cap, and then my boyfriend said he would rather have the little chicken hat. You know what I mean? The glove. So we're gonna make that. I'm glad I asked because I was ready to make that nun hat, but he didn't even remember that scene. And my boyfriend also requested that I make the seal. So we're doing that today, and we're gonna finish off this little project. Oh, I also gave him a tramp stamp. I thought it was gonna be more on the butt, but it's actually like right there, so that's unfortunate. He needs a little more work, so we're gonna finish him off today. That sounds like a threat. It's not a threat, but over here my mic literally decided to stop recording. Super rude, and I have no clue what I was saying. It was probably important, but this is all that I thought was necessary to show you. It looks like sushi. Look at me over here, facing my fears and threading my sewing machine. It took a really long time, actually. And then I was off to sewing. I started with the seal's nodes, and then I had to sew in the bead. For the glove, I literally just kind of like two-dimensionally drew out the glove shape, and I figured it would work if I sewed around the edges, but I don't know if the fabric was just pulling in a weird way, and I don't know why, honestly. Welcome to the last day. It's been a couple days since the last clip. Like, say we've marched forward in time. Marched forward. It's March, okay? Anyways, I got a little carried away. This was taking so long, and I had other videos to edit, so he's been on the back burner for a little bit. But today has to be the last day that I'm working on him because my boyfriend already saw him. My boyfriend's like, finish him for me. Finish him for me. I'm just kidding. I don't really have much else to do. I don't know where I left off. I made the head of the seal. Can you see? You like it? I think I was working on his body last before I abandoned him. And we have the little flippers. So he just has to be like assembled and stuffed. And then for the hat, there was a lot of trial and error that went into it. Mostly error. So we're gonna have to remake this. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do the little finger parts of the glove on their own, because I don't know why this keeps happening. Like, I stitched it with the sewing machine and this happened, and I hand stitched it and it still happened. I don't know, it's just like jumbled. If anybody knows why this is happening, let me know, because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna just cut out like cylinders, kind of like this shape, stitch it together, and then attach it like bam, 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 and attach it all to the kind of like the stub. And I think that should be fine. Without more yapping, honestly, let's just get into it. I have nothing else to say. I finished Arcane. That also made me want to take like a few days. That's okay. It's okay. Wow. That was scary. Am I possessed? What the anyways, I'm just procrastinating. Anyway, let's get into it. I think I want to work with the seal first, so I turned the face inside out because I want to put the little flippers here. I didn't research how to do this at all. I'm kind of eyeballing it and hoping for the best. Flippers are gonna go there, and then the rest of the body is gonna be like this. Like, it's so hard. This is the face flippers, which I think are kind of small, but I don't know what to do with that information. Also, the butt, since it was the corner of the pillowcase, it's like a square, so I gotta round it out. And one of the feet's flippers, are these flippers too? One of the tail parts isn't sewed, so I'm gonna sew that. I am very nervous, so let's just start. Okay, let's just start. Moment of truth. Yes, yes. Okay, you see with the butt, I have to kind of make it more round. Should I cut it? I think that's good. Let me not go crazy. Now all I gotta do is attach the bottom of the neck to the arms and a little bit here, but I think I have to hand sew that. I think so. I think so. I think so. How else would I do it? I don't know. I'm also gonna stuff him and then sew the ends together. I think that makes more sense. Also, if you were wondering why the kid robot plushies are so chunky, it's because of these. I don't know what they are. I was thinking about putting them in the seal, so the seal is floppy. I think that would be cute, so I might do that. He looks so chunky. I'm getting close to stitching the end, and I want to cut a square piece out and stitch it here so he can lay like this. But also, I want to put a little stabilizer in his head because he keeps... And I don't know how to do that. What should I put in his head so it stays up? I don't know. I guess a stick or something. I have some foam that I use for his arms. Maybe I won't stuff the back of the head that much so that he can sit like that. If he's less stuffed, maybe he won't need to be sitting up. You know what I mean? I think that's... I don't know what else to do. Maybe I could hand stitch the back here, the extra fabric, bring it to the front a little bit like that. Like pull the back fabric a little bit so it sits like that. Am I a genius? I may be a genius. Genius. Okay. I gotta figure out how to do that. I hate figuring stuff out. Clip it. I think it stays. I think it helped, but it's not perfect. For the hat, I'm gonna try to go through it really fast. So I'm gonna try this transition thing I saw on TikTok. Wish me luck. I don't know what transition thing I saw on TikTok, but this was so horrible and so painful to edit because I don't know what I wanted the end result to be. And I don't think I understood the concept that I have to move my hand out of the frame. So this is the best I could do. I have the fingers inside the glove. It's all inside out, and I'm just gonna stitch along this line. Pray for me in advance. Thanks. I don't think it looks great, but I think it's also kind of cute. I can't decide. I think I'm gonna keep it because it's quirky, right? I don't know. I think I'm gonna put the thumb here. I was looking here to check if my iron was on, and I got jump scared. Just staring at me. Is that too big? Okay, I think I'm done. Time to put his fit on. Okay. Oh. Is that giving? Oh, whatever. I don't even know if my boyfriend's up. Let me go see if he's sleeping or not, because it's, I think, 10 a.m. Oh, it's 1 a.m. I need to go to sleep. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule. I had like a blanket made from this material, and I hated it because everything on earth got stuck to it, and it was a pain in the ass. Sorry, my light just died. It was a pain in the ass to get out, so he's sleeping. I don't know if I should wake him up. I asked him, and he wants to see it now, so.
This is cute.
Do you like it?
I do like it. It's so cute. Actually, that's all I can see.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I really like it. It's actually really pretty.
Well, guys, that's that. Oh. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks again so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, let me know what you think of my creation. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's good enough. Okay, I am ready to move on. Let's just say that. This was my first project ever, and yeah, it is what it is. Okay, I don't think it's horrible from a distance if you squint, but up close you see a lot of things that aren't supposed to be there, but they are. And they're gonna just stay there because it is what it is. I feel bad that my first project is like a gift from my boyfriend. I feel like I should have thought about that more, because obviously it's not like super perfect, but it was just like the time. I got a sewing machine like December, learned how to use it January, and then February was time for my first project, and I figured I'd just make something for him. Like, the timeline worked out, but in hindsight, I wish I just did I wish my first project was something that wasn't a gift, because I just feel kind of bad gifting this to him, especially because he gave me Miss Hello Kitty Angel and Miss Hello Kitty Devil and a maroon cream. That I've been obsessed with maroon cream lately, so anyways, not important again. But yeah, I learned a lot from this project. The seam ripper was used a lot in this project, and yeah, I had a lot of fun making him. My favorite part about him is still the feet. The feet are so cute. Oh, he's being dramatic. He's being dramatic, guys. I don't know how to give plushies support in their neck area. Okay, I used foam. I tried to use a stick. I don't know what people use to give their plushie, like, I guess plushies are floppy, so never mind. I also really like the seal. The seal's just so cute. Okay, well, everything is being annoying right now, but he looks so sad. Girl, are you not happy to be alive? I guess not. Anyways, I don't know. The seal was like easy and it was cute. I hate the hat, but I don't want to talk about it. But anyways, finally got him to sit up, but that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks again so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I'm sure this was a really long video and it was chaotic too because I didn't know what I was doing. I went into it blind. This is my first sewing project. I'm really excited to do more sewing stuff on my channel. I really enjoy it. I enjoy the aftermath and the planning, not so much when things aren't going how I want them to. And threading my machine, I hate threading that bitch. Anyways, let me know if you have any suggestions for me, any tips, anything at all. Let me know. I need all the help I can get, honestly. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like the video and subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.